And I think it's time for Today in History. Mr. Bill Heinzelman is in the room.
Otherwise known as Spa-am.
Spa-am, yeah.
Spa-am.
See, I mispronounced it. The Muppets character was supposed to be Spa-am. Why would they... No, I don't understand. Why would they get upset about that?
Well, I think the way that the story came out originally was that this Spa-am was he's a bad dude.
Oh, okay. He's a bad guy.
He's bad. Yeah,
oh,
he's not nice.
Okay.
He's a naughty devil.
I see.
He's just not a good character.
So that's why Spam thought it would be...
Yeah, they thought that the company thought that the connotation, was that Spam is a bad product.
Yeah, because
when
I talked to the Queen of Spam and the Spam Ambassador over there, they seem to take everything very lightly. I mean, as far as, we had a lot of fun with it. So,
yeah, and I think if this Spa-am character was a funny character,
yeah, like a Miss Piggy or something, yeah,
then I think that it would have been fine. But he's a bad guy.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
So you don't want a bad guy representing Spam. Spa-am.
No, not really.
Unfortunately, they lost though. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to.
They should.
Do you think somebody's going to actually stop buying Spam because of? It's been
or start buying Spam because it's funny. Give me a break.
Okay.
But I tell you, I personally I like Spam.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I would want to eat every week.
This is true. This is true.
It's a good product, but about twice a year, it's enough.
I'm pretty hungry right now. I could eat some Spam.
I'm not that hungry right now. Maybe some corned beef. But
okay.
Okay. Anyway, today is Friday, January the 5th. It's the 5th day of 1996, and we've got 361 days left in the year. 100 years ago, on January 5th, 1896, an Austrian newspaper, Wiener Presse, published the first public account of the discovery by German scientist William Roentgen about a form of radiation that became known as the X-ray. Boy, wow. Yeah. Also on this date, in 1589, Catherine de' Medici of France died at the age of 69. Okay, who was she?
I don't have a clue. Not a clue.
I don't know. Was she? No.
Catherine what now?
Was she the one who posed for the Madonna? Or the portrait, the Mona Lisa? Was that Catherine Medici?
No, I think it was
De Medici? I can't remember.
No,
I can't remember. Whatever. In 1781, a British naval expedition led by Benedict Arnold burned Richmond, Virginia. In 1895, French Captain Alfred Dreyfus, convicted of treason, was publicly stripped of his rank. He was ultimately vindicated. In 1925, Nellie T. Ross succeeded her late husband as governor of Wyoming, becoming the first female governor in U.S. history. In 1933, the 30th President of the United States, keep 'em cool, Calvin Coolidge, died at his home in Northampton, Massachusetts. He was 60 years old. In 1943, educator and scientist George Washington Carver died in Tuskegee, Alabama. He was 81. Remember what he's most famous for?
No, I don't.
George Washington Carver? Peanut butter.
Ah, okay.
Peanut butter. He discovered peanut butter.
and Reese's is proud of that and happy for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Same with Peter Pan and the rest of them.
Yeah, George Washington Carver is one of the great black people out, black historical people. I mean, he did a lot with peanuts, but he did a lot of other things, too. He's just an amazing guy. He was just curious, and made all kinds of discoveries. In 1949, in his State of the Union address, President Truman labeled his administration the fair deal. In 1970, Joseph A. Yablonsky, an unsuccessful candidate for the presidency of the United Mine Workers, was found murdered with his wife and daughter at their home in Clarksville, Pennsylvania. And in 1994, Thomas P. Tip O'Neill, former Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, died in Boston. He was 81. I don't know how well he was remembered in Congress, but I think most people remember. If you mention it all, they all remember his trip to Cheers.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah,
yeah. Everybody remembers. Don't know what he stood for, but by golly, he was on the Cheers television show. Yeah. 10 years ago, Libya's official news agency quoted leader Muammar Gaddafi as saying that the United States had mobilized no less than 40 warships off his country's coast, that his own forces had been put on full alert. By golly. 5 years ago, President Bush met at Camp David, Maryland, with UN Secretary General Javier Perez de Cuellar to discuss the Persian Gulf crisis. The same day, a pre-taped radio address by Bush was broadcast in which the president warned Iraq time is running out. 1 year ago, President Clinton received Republican congressional leaders at the White House declaring we can do a lot of business together on reforming the way the government works, and they're still apparently meeting, trying to figure out how the government spends. Anyway, today's birthdays. Former Vice President Walter Mondale, the current U.S. ambassador to Japan, is 68. Ryza Gorbachev is 64. I guess that's probably Mrs. Gorbachev, huh?
Probably.
Football Hall of Fame coach Chuck Noll, 64. And King Juan Carlos of Spain is 58. Thought for today comes from Herbert Samuel, English political leader who died in 1963. Says the world is like a mirror. Frown at it, and it frowns at you. Smile, and it smiles too. Oh, he was a poet, too.
Wasn't that nice?
And didn't know it.
It was cute. It was cute.
Yes.
Okay, other birthdays in the entertainment world. Let's see. Robert Duvall, actor Robert Duvall, is 65. Actress-director Diane Keaton is 50. Actress Pamela Sue Martin, who I'm not sure who that is, but she's 43. Do you know who Pamela Sue Martin is?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm glad you don't
know the name, but I don't.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah. Okay, we've got on January 5th on this date, 1975, The Wiz, a musical version of the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Boogie on down the road.
Yeah, that was Michael Jackson,
Diana
Ross.
Yeah, I think that's when Michael Jackson decided he wanted to look like Diana Ross. But,
I think you're right. Yeah, because back in that movie, that's before he had all that facelift.
Yeah, he looked like just a nice looking black kid before that movie.
Cut everything off after that.
Yeah.
Wasn't who was the other guy? Oh man, I can't remember. Anyway.
Okay. The Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell, yeah.
Nipsey Russell. I think he was
great.
the Cowardly Lion.
Or the Tin Man, or one of them. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it in so long. Anyway, it was it featured an all-black cast. It opened on Broadway in 1978. The Sex Pistols began its fourth tour of the U.S., but less than 2 weeks after the first show in Atlanta, the tour was over and the band had broken up. In 1979, musician Charles Mingus died in Mexico of Lou Gehrig's disease. In 1989, actress Zsa Zsa Gabor was kicked off a Delta Airlines flight because she refused to keep her two dogs in their travel kennels. She was escorted from the plane in Atlanta during a stopover on her way to Palm Beach, Florida. I'm surprised she didn't slap anybody.
Was she? No, it wasn't Josh.
It was the other.
Ava was on Green Acres, right?
Yeah. I don't know. They both look alike to me. I can't.
Yeah, they were basically both very famous for being famous, but nobody really knew what they did.
Right. Hollywood Squares and Green Acres. You couldn't tell which one was which.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're getting married a lot.
Yeah, a lot of that. 1990, the movie Born on the 4th of July, starring Tom Cruise, opened nationwide. And in 1991, actress Barbara Eden married for the third time. The wedding was held in San Francisco, where she stayed for a brief honeymoon. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. Bill, I found that story I was going to talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay. We're last hour you talked about, I think it was last hour, about smoking. Somebody got in trouble for smoking or something?
Oh, no. What's the deal? It's Philip Morris is recalling some cigarettes because there's got some defective filters in these cigarettes, and they could cause smokers to wheeze and stuff. So, So some doctor said, well, whoop-de-doo. That's kind of a silly recall when you consider smoking will kill you. The product will kill you. Anyway, that was the story.
Oh, okay. Because, anyway, this one really doesn't totally tie in, but, of course, the group Led Zeppelin, guitarist Jimmy Page, he was found caught smoking in the boys' room. Page,
oh, my goodness.
Yeah. He lit up a cigarette in an airplane bathroom on a flight from San Francisco to Portland. And
then he was caught smoking in the person's room.
Well, the alarm went off, and Page was caught. The flight crew radioed ahead and sent a report to the Federal Aviation Administration, which has a choice of either just giving him a recommend, or just slap him on the hand, or give him a fine of $1,000 for smoking on an airplane.
You know what? You know what's scary about that?
What's that?
If Uncle Sam is watching out what you're doing in the toilet on an airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Brother is coming.
Yeah, exactly. Before it used to be, of course, the smoke. I quit smoking a little while ago, so I'm happy about that and all that good stuff. But still, smokers still have some rights. Come on.
Oh,
Nice.
well,
You can't even smoke in the boys' room anymore without alarms going off and fines to be paid.
I think that if airlines are going to go smokeless, that's fine, but there should be smokers' flights.
Well, we're going to talk about a little movie review. You didn't get a chance to see Casper, Bill. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh, I think it's bad. I have 2 kids who have been watching the commercials on television.
Yeah.
And of course, I guess 7-Up is involved quite heavily with the promotion of the movie anyway.
Pepsi.
Yeah, is it Pepsi?
Pepsi. Yeah.
One of the soda companies anyway. And
also Pizza Hut too.
well, even my wife is looking forward to seeing this because she waxes nostalgic about Casper from her childhood. So
okay, now see, I watched Casper a little bit when I was a kid, but I like the other ones, some of the other ones better. But anyway,
me too. The ones that were violent, Combat Kelly, and
well, they're like what Mark Frost was playing the other day too, Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest.
Yeah, the theme to Johnny Quest. He was playing that. That brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got Sherry Wilson on the line. She went and saw the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, Sherry. Okay, there you are. You're a little louder now.
Okay, I have 2 comments.
Okay.
There is an airline that caters specifically to smokers, and Jimmy Page did not write smoking in the boys' room.
Well, I didn't say he wrote Smoking in the Boys' Room. That was Brownsville Station that did it originally.
Yeah.
I think there was another group, a rock group, that did it also. But now we're going to ask more trivia questions that people have already been calling to tell us who was the lead in, which Bill would know this, who played the lead.
Oh, is that the trivia question?
We could use it as a trivia question because I know what it is now. I know what it is now.
I won't say it if that is.
Yeah, because I know what it is now, and I think you do too, right?
Yeah.
You remembered it now?
I thought of it.
Okay. So we'll use it as a trivia question. So everybody can be thinking about that right now. Who played Gomez Addams in the Addams Family, the movie? Not because somebody called me and said John Aston
did the TV show.
Yeah, the TV show, but we're talking about the movie. Okay, so that'll be the trivia question. So you can already think about that, and we'll take probably caller number 4 or 5 when we get done with movie review.
But not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, now one quick thing here. We have someone else helping out with the movie review. On the other phone with me is Kim Alderink.
Oh, so
she's going to give the youth impression.
I got some youth impressions too, because from 5 to 13.
Well, she's 16, so we.
Okay, so we got the full scale then.
Yeah.
And we won't tell how old that you and I are. We'll leave that
I'm
one.
an old fart. We'll just say that.
Okay, all right. Okay, so who wants to start? What about Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Okay, well, she's pointing at me, so I guess it's my turn.
Okay.
I liked it. It works on 2 levels. I think kids would like it, and there's a lot of cameos that you go, oh, look, and then he's gone or she's gone. And there's a lot of jokes that are geared more toward the adult.
There's a lot of cameos. So I was kind of surprised about that because, there's some big stars. You got, Clint Eastwood.
That's who the first mirror... I couldn't remember who the first face in the mirror was.
No, don't talk about that.
Eastwood, okay.
Anyway, Clint Eastwood, there was Rodney Dangerfield. Also, Mel Gibson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, geez, who else was in there? There's a couple other ones, too, that just kind of surprised me that were in there. The guy from Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd.
Uh-huh.
Dan Aykroyd was in there.
The first one that came out of the house. Guido Sarducci.
Yeah, Father Guido Sarducci. Yeah, he was in there also. So there's a lot of different people in the movie, that's for sure.
So, and there's even someone's flipping channels on the TV, and they stop on a cartoon, and it's from Casper the Friendly Ghost. And about the time you go, I know what that's from, then they turn the channel.
Yeah, he flipped. Casper flipped it.
Catch that.
Casper was watching, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he came across the.
He went high tech.
The ghost. Yeah, he came across the ghost therapist.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was, a ghost therapist. And then, of course, that his daughter was.
Kat.
Okay, Kat, and that was what was her name again? Christina
Ricci.
Ricci. Okay. And so anyway, she did a pretty good job in this. I was pretty impressed by her. She's not a bad actress for 15 years old. I mean, in the last movie that she played, like I say, with the Addams Family, she was pretty decent in that too. She reminds me of, remember, I'm trying to think of the Winona Ryder, the one from when she played the movie Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder.
Was she in that one?
Yeah, she was in Beetlejuice.
I
think it was like her first. That was like her first role. I think was in Beetlejuice. She played like a 15-year-old.
She was a spoiled brat, wasn't she?
Yeah, but I mean, she was that same type. She had that same look about her.
Yeah. Well,
kind of spooky, you know. But anyway, so she was very good in it, I thought myself, and the movie itself was entertaining. I mean, but it was more for the kids, I think.
Well, yeah, it was more for the kids, but there was enough jokes in there
to keep the adults happy.
That I laughed at some of the stuff.
Okay. Now I tell you, I had a little negative with it though because I said I had my 5-year-old with me. I didn't even notice the rating. Was it PG-13 or was it PG
No,
or what was
PG.
it? Just PG. Because I mean, there's some language in there that I didn't think was necessary. Did you hear that or not?
I don't remember, but I don't have little kids, so.
Well, I know,
but
but I guess that's why it struck me, because there was some language in it that I really didn't think was necessary. I mean, for it was basically a kids' movie. I remember, E.T. when that first came out, they had the language. It was kind of just to say this is like real life, but some of the I don't think the kids need to hear that. I mean, for that kind of a movie.
I thought the 3 ghost uncles were funny.
Yeah, they were pretty funny, and. When you saw the end, do you see sequel? I see sequel. I see part 2.
They could if it does well.
If it does well, yeah, at the box office. But I mean, they must already plan it to do well. I mean, like I say, with Bill and I were talking about the Pepsi already as one of the sponsors. Also, Pizza Hut's doing something with it. I mean, so they must expect it to be a big movie.
Well, it's an Amblin film. Spielberg.
Right, Spielberg, exactly. So, as far as you go, you thought it was
I enjoyed
entertaining.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I thought. Okay, now let's hear from who was our Kim? Okay.
I really loved it. I was expecting a little kid film when I went, but it wasn't. It was something everybody can enjoy. It was great.
Okay, so you're 16 and you my 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I'll play the little movie review that they did at home yesterday when I put them on the tape recorder, but. He really didn't. He thought it was, he thought it was too childish. Blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was entertaining for all ages.
But he's a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly. And it wouldn't be cool for him to say that movie was fun.
Right.
That's right. Darn
Did
it,
he like
it's not
the
cool.
Flintstones?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Well, he was 12.
Yeah, he was 12 then. There you go. Okay. So as far as we all pretty much give it a thumbs up then. Okay, so let me play the quick movie review from the kids, and then we'll do a little trivia, okay? Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
We just got through seeing Casper the Friendly Ghost. And Amanda Louise Osbo is 5 years old, and she wants to tell you what she thought of it. What did you think of Casper, Amanda? Oh, that was good. Thank you very much. Nathan, what do you think? What do you think of Casper?
I thought it was good.
What did you like about it?
I thought it had some pretty cool special effects.
Did you think it was a good movie, though?
Yeah, it was funny, and...
Did you like the ending?
Yeah, the ending was pretty good.
You think there's going to be more Caspers?
Maybe.
I think there's going to be more Caspers. I think we're just going to see part 2. What do you think?
I liked it about the house.
What about the house?
I liked when the 3 ghosts came out.
Yeah? Did it scare you?
No.
No? How come you were holding my neck real tight then? Just because you love me? Oh, okay. What about you?
Hmm?
You gonna say anything?
I thought that was more for a kid. For a kid.
Oh, how old are you?
13.
And you didn't like it at all?
No.
If he's a teenager.
Why didn't you like it?
It was boring.
You thought it was boring?
Yeah.
You didn't even like the special effects?
It was alright.
Did you like the house?
I thought it was kind of old.
It's cool. The house is awesome.
So you like the house too?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Big. Real big.
Is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
I recommend it. It's good.
How old?
I'm 11.
Okay, Amanda, what do you want to say? I think that pretty much sums it up right there. Yeah, that last statement by Amanda pretty much said it all. Anyway, yeah, as you can tell, my 13-year-old Peter, he just wanted to be. It wasn't cool enough for him. It wasn't cool. But anyway, as far as it goes, we all think that it was a pretty decent movie, right?
Yep.
We all give it a, I don't know, an applaud. I lost my wonderful drum roll here. I can't find my drum roll.
Should we applaud over the phone?
Huh?
Should we applaud over the phone?
Sure, go ahead, because I lost my drum roll. Somebody took my drum roll. There we go. That was good. That was good. Oh, here it is. I found it. But that was good enough. But anyway. I got to have my drum roll.
Well, everybody needs a good drum roll or
That's
a
right.
good rim shot
Yeah, okay.
for when you tell a joke.
Okay, so we all except for my 13-year-old, applauded the movie. But like I say, I think he just didn't applaud it because to him it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool enough for him.
I mean, that's not Die Hard.
Well, yeah, that was it, because he loved Die Hard with a Vengeance. We saw that last week, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think a trivia question. We should ask that. What do you think? Because we got the Triple A report coming
Okay,
up
that
next.
one shouldn't be too hard to get a winner to.
Okay, the movie that we were trying to think of. Okay, we thought of the movie was Addams Family, of course, and the person who played Gomez in the movie, not the TV series, but the movie. Okay, name him. He just died recently, and his last movie was
You know
Street
what?
Fighters.
It seems like there was another movie after that one, but I didn't get to see it, so...
What, with him? With
Yes, with the gentleman.
I almost said his name, too.
I almost did, too.
Okay, so we're taking caller number 3 on this answer, 798-2222, and answer us, who is the gentleman who played John Adams in the Addams Family movie? Gomez Adams, I'm sorry. Oh, that's John Adams was... John Aston was the first... Okay, I'm getting totally confused here, so I think I'll take the phone now. Thanks for talking with me, Sherry.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, I think I got the answer, the question right. I don't know. Anyway, so caller number 3, we'll win. And we'll talk with the funny business comedian, Mark Reedy.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening, Oscar?
Oh, I don't know. Not much right now, but except for our phone lines we're having a little trouble with, but we'll get through this.
Yeah.
We'll talk with Mark Reedy.
Hey, how's it going, Muskegon?
Okay, so you're going to be at the Manhattan Club right here in Muskegon.
Yes. That sounds very New Yorkish.
New Yorkish? The Manhattan Club,
the
yeah.
Manhattan Club in Muskegon.
Well, I guess there's a lot on the name. You know? Yeah. You're going to be appearing, I guess, with Rich Brown. Or Rich Brown's going to be appearing with you, I should say.
Oh, yeah. We play with each other. So.
Oh, okay.
I mean, on the road, well.
Yeah, okay.
However you take that.
Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever gets you guys going. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's a fellow comedian from Chicago also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now,
very funny guy. But it's going to be a good combination.
Now, where you calling from today?
Okay, right now I'm working in Toledo, Ohio.
Over in Toledo.
Yeah. But I'll be down there in time for the show.
Now, what do you think of Ohio?
Oh, Ohio, flatland.
That's what I thought of Ohio.
I dated a girl named Ohio. Flatland.
Okay. So, so you have any routines you might be doing over there that you can share with us, or you have to go through the whole thing?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of long, but I do a lot of observational things. So,
okay.
I mean, each little town is different. Like I noticed the people here in Toledo.
Yeah.
They say that the people are very friendly here.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I got a flat tire, and I didn't notice that.
You did?
My car's still sitting on the road. Can't be that friendly. Someone would have helped me.
Yeah, I said, hey, look, he's got a flat tire, and just kept on going. Right?
Maybe they count the friendliness when people wave. When you're standing by your car.
See ya, sucker.
That's the friendliness when people wave and stare at you.
Yeah. So, are you having a good time in Ohio, or just you kind of just hanging out?
You know what? I enjoy my work. Anywhere I go, I have a good time. I just go out and I meet people. I talk to people. I tell them about the show. I hope we have a good turnout. Obviously, since we're on the radio, that should help things.
Yeah.
People come out because they're curious and they like to see live entertainment.
Yeah, and if you happen to roll in Muskegon in time, call again, and we'll talk a little bit on Wednesday, the night you perform.
Okay, then that sounds cool.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about what's coming up, though?
Oh, you know what? I'm working on getting on Star Search, so I'm going to meet the crowd in Muskegon. I'll be working out some new stuff.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of times people like that. They like when they see you before you go on a television show as opposed to after.
Uh-huh.
Because they feel like, well, I know that comedian. I saw him on the rise.
Right.
You know, I was talking to somebody else that was on Star Search, a singer or something, and she said that she thinks she won because she gave Ed McMahon a big kiss.
Well, I plan to do more than that, Ted.
Do you?
Yeah, I plan to hold his socks up, tie his shoes.
Just rub Ed's head a little bit. I mean, just get with Ed, and I'm sure he'll see you through.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So have you appeared? What other clubs have you appeared in? Then?
Oh, you know what? We work all the clubs like in L.A., New York that helps us get on television. But I work everywhere. It's amazing. I can be in Vegas one week, and then I can be in a small town the following week. It doesn't matter.
Okay, it says here you've been on HBO too, huh?
Oh yeah, that was fun. I done the HBO. I done the
MTV, yeah.
All that stuff that major cable programs people watch. So now it's time to break into like
Star Search.
Yeah, you know,
Ed
get on the basic
McMahon.
networks like channel ABCs and the CBSs, stuff like that, where people can reach a wider range of people.
Have you ever worked in the Improv at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so have you ever kissed the man's hand over
That's
there?
right. We had to hug him.
Yeah.
We had to give him a beer hug, and that's approval.
Yeah.
He's like the Caesar of comedy.
Okay, so he gave you a big hug, right?
That's right.
Okay.
He's like the Caesar, the guy with the what's that little eyepiece they wear?
The eyepiece they wear?
You know, like the Planter's Peanut.
Yeah, the patch on the eye. Yeah.
He has one of those eyepieces.
Okay.
That he looks through, so he's a character.
Oh, okay.
We love him.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll probably see you down there Monday.
Hey,
I'm
thanks,
gonna try to make the
Oscar.
show.
We're going to party. We're going to hang loose. I want everybody to come on down and have fun because it's the holidays.
Okay, Mark Reedy?
Yeah.
Okay, that was right. Reedy, right?
Mark Reedy in the house.
In the house. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Oscar.
We'll see you.
Ciao.
Rock 95.3, and I'm going to go to the phone, and we're talking to Marge Davis, right?
Right.
Okay. Marge, I saw you last week at the Mayfest over at MCC, and you had all those birds over there. And my son Peter knows your husband, and he said that it was just a great show and stuff like that. And he said he was a great guy, and anyway, so I saw your bird show over there. It was quite impressive, all the birds you had over there. But I missed the show, I guess you had over there.
Well, it was briefly done at Central Time so that as many of my first graders as possible could be there. About half of them were. And at 1 o'clock, they sang their environmental songs that they've been working on about saving the animals and saving the rainforest.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I missed that. Now you teach what, at Morris Shore Schools?
Right. I'm at the Campbell Building.
Okay.
I teach first grade.
Okay, so you teach first grade, plus you also teach about the birds themselves, or educate people about the birds, or what?
Yes. When outside of school, I go to a number of places, almost everywhere that I'm called and asked, including I've done some of the critter care camps for the Humane Society in Ottawa County last summer, and churches, Sunday school classes, other elementary schools. A week ago I was at Central Elementary here in Grand Haven, and then they had a youth fest just a couple weeks before that, and I was there. Every week there's some place to go outside of school hours with different themes, and since I have, I think it's 15 different species of parrots now, I can tie it into areas. For example, one of the churches I went to for a youth group, they were studying the Amazon, so I took strictly my South American background birds.
Okay. Now, how many birds do you have yourself? I mean,
everyone asks that. I'm not a bird breeder, and I don't intend to be one. I have 8 large-sized parrots, 7 mid-sized, and then a whole bunch of littler ones that have been hatching clutches like crazy. We've had, in the classroom, we've had baby budgies, which most people call parakeets. Many clutches of those have hatched.
Okay.
We now have some baby lovebirds that I'm hand feeding, baby cockatiels. We've had a baby dove.
Oh, really?
it's hard to pinpoint on any given day how many birds there are.
So you must like live in a mansion though, with all these birds. I mean, some of those cages are huge, or don't you use the cages much?
Not well. The big birds have huge cages, and
right.
We're on Lake Michigan, and the room that they're in is 20 by 20 on the outer edge for some of them. But I will admit, we now have a bedroom that one of my kids no longer used. So the beds have been removed, and the Amazons and my big macaw are in that bedroom.
Okay, so you got a bedroom just for the birds themselves.
Yes, yes, yes. When you talk to bird people, you often find that they begin to fill other rooms.
Now, see, I was gonna say that I was gonna introduce you as the bird lady, but I thought maybe you might be offended by that. But you said you call yourself the bird people, as the bird people.
Oh, yeah. Well, most people, I frequently walk with the birds, particularly in the summer weather along the boardwalk and the beach close to where I live, because they're so acclimated to being with people, with the children, and to change to keep them that outgoing and friendly. And most people know me as the bird lady.
Really? Oh,
yes.
okay.
In fact, in Peru, in the Amazon, my first year, they made a video for the educational workshops that they used to sell the program, and that's what I'm referred to in Peru also.
Okay, so we can just call you the bird lady. Okay.
Sure.
Well, you should have your card there, Marge Davis, the bird lady, on there.
Well,
I grabbed it.
It does say on my card, though, environmental education through aviculture.
Yeah, I know, but bird lady sounds so much better.
Oh, yes, yes, that's true. Everyone would know exactly where I'm coming from. Yes.
But, you know, that was one thing I noticed, too, at the Mayfest, that when you held those birds out there for display, they were all out of their cages, and people could go right there and just pet them or whatever, and they were very friendly. I mean...
Yes. They're all hand-fed and domestically hatched. Both of the different bird clubs that I belong to, and most people who are into exotic birds are very, very supportive of people buying domestic hatched babies. It's against the law now to import all different kinds, but there are still people smuggling birds in, and those are the ones that we want to encourage. They leave them in their natural habitat. Most of the species that I have are endangered in their natural habitat.
Oh, really? So you're doing something that way for the environment then also?
Yes. Oh, yes, very definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how do you find time to hand feed all these birds? I mean, you work, you do your first grade school at Mona Shores. I mean, you're a teacher at Mona Shores. How do you find time to hand feed all these birds?
Oh, well, the hand feeding goes in according to the age of the babies and so forth, but I guess typically, like right now, my 3 baby lovebirds, I get up a little before 6, and they have a heating pad for warmth and what have you, and feed them, and then when I go to school, they go along with me, and when I leave school to go to a meeting such as I had Tuesday night, I had a board meeting for a bird club. I took them there so that I can feed them at school or wherever I go if it's time for those babies to eat.
Okay.
I have the materials with me, and I feed them, and then we go on to the next place.
That's now. So we bring them right to the school. I say I didn't know that. I know you brought them right to the school too.
Oh yeah, and the smaller birds, the adult lovebirds, budgies, and cockatiels, and I have a pair of parrotlets. They stay at the school, and different children can take them home for the weekend with parent permission. And then as we have clutches of babies and they're weaned, a lot of people, because they're handled and very, very lovable little birds, get them I give them to them for their children as long as it's a good home. But
oh, really?
Each morning when I leave for school, I have some big birds and mid-sized birds in the car with me, and they spend the day, and then they come back with me at night. And here at home, the cages are huge, but they're really only for when it's bedtime. They don't. Some people have the idea they roam throughout the house. They don't do that. They are confined to the area where their cages are, but they do have swings and play gyms and toys and all of that.
So these birds probably got a better room and playroom than most kids get, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you, they get into things, and I allow them to make messes that I would never have allowed my human children to do. So
your human children, okay?
Yes, I get reminded of that too.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, that's like I say, I was very, very fascinated by the birds. I mean, they're so, like I said, they're so well behaved. I've never seen birds like that before. I mean, because usually they're always caged up, and you always got little signs on the cages. Please don't put your fingers by the cage because.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing that through the bird clubs, through education, that we hope to change. That there is the possibility, and the exotic birds have been called the pet of the 90s. I don't refer to them as pets. I call them companions, because with their intellect and with their ability to speak, particularly my African gray, it's not a pet situation. There's a constant interaction.
Right.
I have a dog, a cat. I have 2 beautiful iguanas, but they don't.
Sounds
when
like
the
my
phone
house.
rings, they don't say hello like
Yeah.
some of the birds do.
Yeah, see, I have a ribbon snake, some fish, a cat, a dog. That was the one thing I was going to ask you, too, because my daughter wants a bird, but the cat that we have is it's a Persian cat, and it likes to attack things. It's already attacked my ribbon snake. It's already killed a guinea pig that we had, or a gerbil, rather, that we had. We got a hamster, but we watch it very carefully. You worry about that cat.
Yes.
And what about that? If we were to get a bird, do you think it would be better for us not to get a bird with a cat like that, or would it be a place we could put the bird so the cat couldn't get at it, or?
Well, when I first started out, with the smaller birds, that was a great concern, because my Simon is a huge cat, and he had, in the past, gotten animals outside when he would sneak out, because he's not even supposed to be outside. But in all honesty, he is somewhat intimidated by the bigger birds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We had no idea that he was even going near them until my oldest big one, my African gray, started to meow, and then we knew that Simon had been out there. But we never leave a bird out unsupervised.
Okay.
That's just become like second nature to us. If they're out and playing, and we have to do something, and we're not going to be able to observe them. If we hear a funny sound, then they have to go in until we can return to be sure that they are supervised.
Okay.
He stays away as much as possible, but I would never take the chance of something happening.
Yeah, because she just wants like a parakeet or something like that. So I mean, that would probably that was too small of a bird. That'd be a very easy prey for a cat. So.
Well, they can be wonderful, wonderful talkers and can make good pets, but they are a size that entices a cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll have to think about that one anyway. But now, what about you? Do you said you give birds away to homes that you feel are fit for the bird or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Do you encourage that, or is that something? I hear your birds in the background.
Yes.
Is it something that you want people to know about, or?
Well, it's a matter of when I have them available, and I do for the Muskegon Community Schools.
Okay.
At night. In the fall and in the winter, I did a little bird care class, and the thing I focused on was for people to be sure of that they knew what kind of bird was going to fit their home style. And if I have any of those available and people express interest, then I give them what. Mainly, it's been up-to-date baby budgies, but with all of these other babies that I've now got, that will branch out some. A lot of people see me at the programs that I do, or where I take the birds to show them, and they'll come up, or they'll take one of my cards and call me and tell me when I have one available. They would very much like to have one.
Okay.
These are such different babies because of the hand feeding and the handling by all of my first graders. The babies are handled even before they're weaned.
Right.
The children have them, and they are really exceptional for the most part on the way in which they handle the birds. It amazes people who are bird people who've been at it for years.
Oh, okay. Okay, even the bird people, it amazes. Okay, yeah, because like I said, I was very surprised, all those birds out there in the cage. Now, so should people contact you then, or where? I tell you, where are you going to be appearing next, where people can come and see you and the birds?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have dates and what have you yet. Although next Thursday night, my kids are going to do a little bird show at my school down on our end of the hall on the west end of Campbell School in Mona Shores.
Okay.
And they're going to be by the different species to tell. They each have a big report book, and they can tell them who it is, what it is, where they're found in the wild. These first graders all know the tropical continents that they come from and which one is from which one. And there are some other bird club people who are going to bring in some different kinds of birds, very rare hyacinth macaw. It's reaching the point where there are probably more domestic ones than there are left in South America. And then around 7, the kids are going to do their songs, and they're putting together a skit on a wonderful, wonderful book, The Kapok Tree. Chicken pox has hit my room. We have 5 out right now, but we're filling in spaces so we can do that. And then I have, with no confirmation dates, some groups coming up this summer. But really,
well,
I guess just calling
probably,
me
right.
would be the way I've been doing it so far. And it is something that is a commitment and a passion. There is no fee. I just like to get out and to share them with people and have people understand that they can be so different than what they look at in a zoo, or maybe in a setting where there's a lot of different kinds of animals, and this bird is sitting lonely in a cage off in a corner with no toys or anything. It's so different from that.
And I hear one in the background saying hello.
Yes, that's my macaw. I have all my boys home for an overnight, and they're out in the other room where most of them are, but I'm in my bedroom, and across from me is the bedroom with McGee. And
okay, so they're that far away, and I can hear them that clearly?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Geez.
Oh, a macaw? Yeah.
Noisy.
Sure can.
Okay, so would you like to give your number out then to if people wanted to contact you?
On my cards, I give both my school number and my home number, and they can, up until school closes, the office, if they call there, they'll tell them when I'll be available, or they'll take the number for me to recall them, and that's Campbell School, 755-2550. My home number is a Grand Haven number, 842-6911.
Okay. So then if they want to get a hold of you, they can do it that way. And I've got the numbers here if they didn't catch it the first time.
Okay.
And so they can contact you and find out about the birds and where you're going to be at so they can see them. I mean, you really got to see it, though. I mean, people really got to go out there and see it because it's quite amazing how you take care of your birds. It's great.
They're different than people had ever imagined. Some of us from the Glass Group in Grand Rapids took some of our birds to the private dedication at the Meyer Botanical Gardens. And the benefactors of the Botanical Gardens, when they came through and came up to us with our birds, they had no idea that these beautiful creatures could be so gentle and so caring and affectionate. They were amazed, and most people are.
Okay. Well, and like I say, we'll give the numbers out again, and if people want to contact you, then they can find out more about the birds. And I appreciate you talking with me today and taking your time.
And just one other point,
okay.
A thing that I advise for people, and there's no cost, is I can also give them information on 2 wonderful bird clubs that they might like to go to a few meetings to see all of the different kinds of species if they're thinking about a bird.
So they can decide on what one they really want.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have speakers, vets, the whole thing, and it's a good route to go to be educated.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for calling.
Okay.
Okay, hold on just a minute, then I'll talk to you a little bit more, but I'll take a little break here. And I appreciate Marge Davis, and she's, I like the bird lady the best. But anyway, we got the numbers here if you want to contact Marge and find out more about birds if you're a bird lover, or if you just want to be interested. If you're interested in birds and want to find out more about them, I got the numbers here for you. It's a call.
From the filmmakers who brought us Top Gun comes Crimson Tide, an explosive